All right. And then,
You're here.
hey, how we doing?
Oh, Mr. RJ, are you having a wonderful day?
I, I'm always having a wonderful time. And yourself?
Of course, but we're going to record all of this right now. Hello,
And
Bill.
oh, it is recorded. We're good. All right.
And good morning. Glad to be here. I couldn't, I'm in my car, so I had trouble with the sound for a minute.
Ron Fillmore told me to tell you hello, RJ. You're special, I guess, but he can't be here today. Hello, Miss Beverly Ellis. Are you having a wonderful day?
Yes, thanks. Well, I was to a funeral already today, but it's looking up now.
But it wasn't yours.
No, that's right. It wasn't mine. Yeah, no, and I'm looking forward to this call. I love this energy from this company.
Very cool. Ooh, Harry is here.
Yeah, Frank, how you doing?
We're having an absolutely stupendous day. Hey, I got to go out and cut the property after this is over with. Would you like to come help?
I'm going to unmute myself. All right. So everyone, thank you for calling. This is our Saturday business call, and we are the energetic and health wellness company for Nature's Frequencies. Like people that are new here, we do this every Saturday. And here's a quick little intro about us. And it just shows what we're about.
Good health is not something we can buy, but something we can improve. For decades, people have searched the answers to many questions regarding our health and improving it. Do you want to have the ability to live life to the fullest? Are you interested in sleeping better at night and having more energy during the day in a natural, healthy way? What if there was a revolutionary technology that could change your life? A technology that slows the aging process of fruits, vegetables, and breads, and also assists the body in offsetting the harmful effects of electromagnetic fields and more? We introduce Nature's Frequencies, an award-winning company that manufactures innovative health and wellness products under 6 U.S. patents, with natural health and wellness solutions that assists with balancing and harmonizing the body. But how do we do this? We combine knowledge from the East with technology from the West. As far back as 6000 BC, the Chinese have believed that the body has an optimal energy flow. When this flow is disrupted, it manifests negatively by stimulating specific points on the body. The body is encouraged to correct itself. We fast forward to the 19th century, a period of exciting scientific progress in the West. During this time, Nikola Tesla was a genius before his time. This Serbian-American inventor, engineer, and physicist confirmed the existence of scalar waves. Scalar waves are composed of pure zero-point energy. This gives them the ability to store data in a substrate. But something must be able to hold the data. Enter Denis Gabor, who in 1971 won the Nobel Prize for his invention and development of the holographic method. Holography can be used to store information inside crystals. And this knowledge is combined today to help you have better health and life. When applied to the body, the unique energy field signatures of Nature's Frequencies products correct and harmonize your body's frequency to optimize your body's energy flow. When the body's energy flow is restored and harmonized, the health of the body is naturally realigned. All of this has been developed by a family company with big plans for the future. Visit our website, www.naturesfrequencies.com, to take care of your precious health with Nature's Frequencies. Inspired by Tesla, patented by us.
All right, that's a quick little intro about us, and then we're going to go to our awards and recognition. We've got 15 major industry awards, including the prestigious Gold Medal Edison Award. It's kind of like, anyone who doesn't know what that is, it's kind of like an Oscar for an actor in the business world. So that's big. And like we have 6 U.S. patents. We have more on file. We've been featured on Fox Business, USA Today, and NPR and many media outlets. So today's topic is EMF and the problem in 5G. You guys have heard about it. And so from here, this is my connections from my laptop at my condo in Boston. So every single one of these connections is pinging you with EMF. So the computer picks that up. So if the computer picks that up, you pick that up. That's not great. So we're gonna go to Dr. Stan Lang, who is one of the most smart people we work with, and we worked with him for a long time. But he's got some words of wisdom that we're gonna go over right now.
There's over 500 published studies that show that EMF damages physiology. Not all human studies, but there are human studies also. And there's two things that I think are, well, there's three things I'll mention. There's a lot of things you could talk about. The first thing is that EMF interferes with your pineal gland's ability to make melatonin. And so when that happens, you don't sleep well. So by letting this EMF hit you, especially when it's in the evening, especially if it's through the night, then your ability to sleep is impaired because you're not making melatonin naturally. So that's a really big one. And I tell people that your brain interprets EMF as if somebody's shining a bright light in your eyeballs. It can't tell the difference. It's just energy that's not supposed to be there. And so the pineal gland is being signaled, don't make melatonin yet. It's not time to go to bed yet. So that's for myself, the biggest thing. But there are other things that it does that are more subtle. One of them is that it causes the fungi in your GI tract to make hundreds of times more toxins than normal. So we have over 5,000 species of fungi in our GI tract. They're supposed to be there. They're not pathogens, but they act pathogenically when you stimulate them with EMF. They make a lot more toxins, and these toxins just don't sit there in the gut. They're absorbed and they go through the body. The third thing that happens is that it causes the balance of power to shift of the different bacteria that live in your gut. That's called the biome. And there's over 1,500 species, and they all shift in response to these energies. And 4G passes right through you. There's no blocking 4G. 5G is much more intense, but it doesn't go through as much, but it's much more intense superficially. So the both together are capable of causing quite a bit of disruption, and it will get worse.
All right, that was very well said by Dr. Stan, and he's also got some more words of wisdom right here.
We've spoken before, and you do a ton of research on everything anyways, but you have a family member that was affected by EMF.
Yes.
So can you tell us how it affected, and obviously it's a family member and you want to help them fix, you're going to do more research. So, I would consider you an expert on EMF simply because I know you did research. So tell us a little bit about the family member, mitigating EMF, and just, it's a challenge to a lot of people. A little bit about that.
Well, this particular family member had been having years of slow decline in his ability to do stuff and to just having the energy to do work, having the energy to exercise without being totally wiped from the exercise. Now, this kind of a person that walks into a doctor's office, they end up with a diagnosis that says that's equivalent to it's all in your head, because you can't find anything wrong when you do the standard test that doctors do. So we discovered by happenstance that when we were camping in a place where there was no EMF, that his symptoms went away. He was back to normal. And as we drove back closer to where there was EMF, his symptoms started to come back. And we started to notice this pattern, which, after the dots were connected, then the question is, well, how can we best mitigate the EMF? And there's a lot of things you can do, chief among them being these technologies we're talking about right now, because carrying portable strategies that help to mitigate this effect on your body is crucial if you want to get better, if you're being affected by EMF. And a lot of people are, they don't realize it, but getting back to that restorative sleep thing, 40% of people or more don't sleep well, and they don't have restorative sleep. And there's a good chance that that EMF is playing a role in their lack of restorative sleep.
All right. Yep. And Dr. Stan is correct with that. Now we're going to go over to Dr. JeNeen. We've been working with Dr. JeNeen for now almost 10 years, 8 years. And she's also got some words of wisdom we're going to hear from.
Basically, we have all of these devices around us that communicate energetically, so to speak. You know, the Wi-Fi, the cell phones, the towers, the Bluetooth, all of these things, you can't see it. You can't feel it. Some people can feel it that are really, really sensitive. Most people can't feel it. You can't taste it. You can't hear it. However, it's bombarding us and affecting us all the time. And what happens is our bodies are frequency, our bodies are energetic. And we all know this because you might go into a room and somebody negative walks in, or somebody that's sad or that has an attitude walks in, and you can literally feel the energy of the room just, I mean, I know we've all felt that before, or, you know, being around somebody that just makes you feel tense. Well, this is what happens to our cells when we are surrounded by this electromagnetic frequency, this EMR radiation. Our cells go into a stress mode. And so what happens with them is that they kind of, the cell membranes kind of harden down. They have a hard time getting rid of their toxins, and they have a hard time taking in their nutrients. So it affects our body's function. Now, you know, the original studies that were done on cell phones, they said, oh, well, it doesn't really affect us because it doesn't, you know, heat the tissue up that much. Well, there's so many more effects that don't have anything to do with heat. There's biological effects that affect the function of our cells and our tissues. And that's what's really causing a problem. When you have these devices that emit, so anything that is hooked up wirelessly, whether it be the LTE, the new 5G, which that takes it to a whole different level. That is exponentially more toxic than what we've been exposed to. And what that's doing to us is it's really taking our immune system down, to be honest with you. That's what it does. It hinders your immune functions drastically. And so now more than ever, we've got to be super proactive. But as our phones try to communicate with the Wi-Fi, with the Bluetooth, and with the cell phone towers, there's 3 different types of radiation that it's emitting. When we have these devices on our phones, and I'm one of those people, unfortunately, I'm contributing to the statistic. I am one of those people with 2 phones. I don't go anywhere without it. I keep it on every device, the phones, the computers, the tablets, the routers, everything that I can absolutely think of. I'm going to go through this list and make sure I haven't missed anything, because basically, when we have it close to our bodies, which we do with these, whether we carry them on our bodies or whether they're in our, in our bags, they're still right there next to us. And so we're having a greater effect. So the start of it is protecting your own environment, mitigating all the devices in your own environment, and then wearing that card so that you're protected against everything else that's coming from the outside.
That was phenomenally described. And from here, we're going to go to, I'm sure everyone's seen these. These are impacting the sleep. These are the EMF mitigation we're trying to mitigate on this. So we're going to go back to
that, but our bodies were meant to be in harmony with the earth. That's just the bottom line. You know, we stop that by wearing these shoes with these rubber soles so that we're never reconnecting with the earth. We're never having that ability to diffuse all of that stress from our bodies and to soak up those negative ions from the earth, which are healing and beneficial. And so by wearing this earthing card, it's like we're walking around barefoot all the time. Now, who doesn't feel good walking around barefoot, especially on the beach, right? Have you ever gone to the beach and came back feeling horrible? Ever? No. So it's like having a little bit of the beach on your body, in your pocket every day. So of course you have better balance and you feel better and you sleep better. And sleep is huge. I cannot stress enough the importance of good quality sleep. And this is one of the things, these energies that we're being bombarded with are one of the major factors that disrupt our sleep and that cause people to have a hard time falling asleep, staying asleep, tossing and turning, because our body is in stress. It's like, what's going on? I'm trying to rest. And so this really helps to diffuse that. And once you're getting good quality sleep, you're going to look better, you're going to feel better, you're going to function better.
All right. As Dr. JeNeen said, sleep is very, very important, and EMF, EMR, that's all that's affecting you at all times. Now we're going to go to our favorite quantum energy practitioner, Tim Coleman, and listen to his words of wisdom.
EMF. Just to give you an idea, I have this really neat computer where I can bring somebody into my office. I hook up similar like a blood pressure cuff onto their arm. And now I have complete access to their body. It's like an IT person, going through your computer. But I can determine from the body standpoint, what are the main stresses? What are the priorities of the body? What can the body handle? For example, if somebody comes in and they might have heavy metal toxicity, but it'll tell me, no, they're not ready for that. Or, maybe their liver and their kidneys are just not up to par right now. So I can get a lot of information. I know we were talking the other day, I can look at anything, and I can look at your spinal fluid. I can look at every nerve of the eye, anything. Well, what's interesting is, I've had this machine for probably 10, 11 years, and I do all kinds of things. I can imprint frequencies into homeopathic remedies. I can infuse them into a person's body with lasers, a lot of neat stuff. So what I've noticed though, I have this category in the computer under toxicity. Now that'll tell me what are the main stresses to the body as it relates to toxicity. What I've noticed ever since this whole quarantine thing, there's been a dramatic increase in EMF exposure, because it'll tell me right there, EMF exposure is the body's top priority, top stress. And I'm seeing a lot of really strange symptoms that maybe I would see once in a while. And now it seems like almost everyone's coming in with just random things like ringing of the ears, they can't sleep, even kids, panic attacks, just energy issues. And what it is a lot of this EMF exposure, because where are people going to go? You got kids now on their tablets, they're in front, you playing video games, mom and dad, they might be working from home. Everybody is in this Wi-Fi soup, and they're just getting microwaved. And just to give you an example, I just had a client, she texted me because her child is now having panic attacks, just can't go to sleep, she's scared. Well, after investigating and talking to her, she just installed a new security system, Wi-Fi security system with the camera and the whole alarm and everything, and it was having an effect on her little girl.
Yes. So with all these problems, what do? We have the solution. We have the earthing card. The earthing card is manufactured under 4 US patents, and it's been around now for almost 10 years. We also are going to go listen to Dr. Joe. Dr. Joe has been a certified oral. He's been a doctor for over, it says 35 years, but he's been there for about 40 years now, and he's always a pleasure to talk to. So we're going to hear from him real quick.
I carry 4 earthing cards with me everywhere. 3 in my pocket, 1 on my cell phone. In my bed at night, I have 4 cocktail glasses filled with energized water, but I put an earthing card in each glass in the corners of my bed. And it makes me sleep better. The other thing that makes me sleep better is I put 6 of the refrigerator freshness cards on top of my mattress underneath my sheets. And I also put an earthing card in the pillow and a freshness card on the pillow. And I'm telling you what, I sleep like a baby. Without these products, and it's a combo, guys, the combo of the earthing card and the refrigerator freshness card when you're sleeping, that makes me sleep like a baby. Well, the combination of products, I call it the trilogy. The earthing card, the nitro, and the relief, okay? The threesome work in concert together, guys. They work in concert together, okay? Now, could you get away with just the nitros? Yeah. Could you get away with just the nitros and relief? Yes. Is the card absolutely 100% necessary? I'm going to say yes. So if you're going to invest your time and money in a company like this, you want to use all these devices.
All right, that was wonderfully said. And now we're going to go to some laboratory testing with the Bovis scale. So now we're going to hear.
The Bovis value is a measurement of the life energy, of the vital force in products and in people. And it's called after a physician in France. He was between the First and the Second World War responsible for the quality of the food of the French soldiers. And he was an expert in doing radiesthesia, just measuring the Bovis value. And for every fruit and vegetables, he knew after 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 days what the vitality, the Bovis value of the vegetables were. So when a bunch of fruit was delivered at the military, he could easily measure the vitality, and then he knew, it's okay for another week, for another 2 weeks.
So Frank, your procedure was simply run water over the card and test it.
Yes, that's right. I took some fresh water with a Bovis value of almost 90,000. You see it in the second column.
Yeah.
Bovis value fresh water. And I just poured the water over the earthing card. I collected the water. I did the new measurements, and the Bovis value was almost 41,000. I was very surprised because the card is very little, very small, and the time it's running over the card is very little. So this is a very big positive step in the increase of the Bovis value.
All right. So basically the earthing card is a necessity. Everyone should have one. And from here, we're gonna go to, I think it's time to give away something. So now pick a number between 1 and 100, submit it in the chat. Everyone can unmute. And here we go. Nate, 26, close, but no cigar. Frank.
13 for Harry.
Frank, you won. It was 34. Frank. Wow. Harry, I thought it was going to be Harry.
No, not yet.
All right. Well, all right, Frank, we're going to send you a nice little fun care package. And right now, Dad's usually on this call with me, but he's in Alaska, and he was Arctic Circle. So he's going on tour right now.
Oh,
so,
hello. Me too. I have 34 also.
Oh, wait, did you
yeah.
Oh, let's submit. All right. So you know what would be great, Linda? If you could just drop an email to Office of Nature's Frequencies with your the best shipping address, we would love to see your care package. But
so did I, RJ, right after Frank.
yeah. Oh wow. We got
after me.
I see. Yeah. We got the trendsetter with Frank. All right, Frank, Dick, and Linda. We got the winners. All right, guys. I gotta go hop on a call, but hey, thank you guys all for showing up. We always appreciate it, and we will see you next week with some very, very exciting news and updates of what's happening. So thank you guys all. I appreciate you all here, and you guys have a great weekend.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Yes.
Thanks a lot.
So
Blessings.
fun.